Intel's manufacturing and supply chain is dedicated to protecting our planet and all of its people. From our efforts to reduce global warming, to recycling, to improving air quality and managing water responsibly, we know that our actions matter. As a global corporation, we are keenly aware that small footsteps in one part of the world can leave giant footprints elsewhere on the planet. Since our supply chain reaches across the planet, we need to be aware of the impacts of sourcing minerals used in our products. In acquiring these minerals, we affect the lives of people in the communities where they are mined, traded, and smelted. One of those places is the Democratic Republic of Congo. The DRC is rich with natural resources, but those resources have been used by rebel forces to fund campaigns of violence and human rights atrocities. As a result, these natural resources have been called conflict minerals.
In 2010, we went to the DRC for a visit to really try and understand what was going on. And when we arrived, I was really shocked.
The Democratic Republic of the Congo has rebel forces who are operating in the eastern portion who basically are under no control whatsoever of the government and extort the population via mechanisms of rape or illegal taxation to control them to do mining on their behalf.
At the beginning of the project, we considered banning all material from the country, but we quickly came to the conclusion that that wasn't the right thing to do. What we found when we were over there is that there's really only two major industries. It's farming and it's mining. So if we were to ban materials from that country, you would be depriving the local people of one of two of their main sources of livelihood. And we wanted to avoid that at all costs. But we did want to ensure that we still had a conflict-free source of materials.
We're putting in place tracking and tracing programs, and one of the biggest programs is a bagging and tagging scheme referred to as ITSCI. What it's doing is it's putting a tag around each bag of mineral, and that tag is then tracked and traced through a database. That information is then carried all the way to companies like Intel.
During the pilot, it came to our attention that an individual was selling one of the tags that we use to bag the ores to trace it back to the mine. This individual was selling them illegally, and our system was able to figure that out within around a week.
Intel in and of itself is not a large procurer of these minerals or metals, but collectively our industry together create a big fish in a small pond. So we really work together collaboratively on these programs.
I really believe Intel is making a difference with this project. We were the first people to go visit the smelters. We traveled over 120,000 miles visiting over 30 smelters around the world. They were in China, they were in Europe, they were in all parts of the world.
I feel proud that we have leaders at Intel who have realized this issue in their supply chain and have stepped up to take a stance and drive this issue out of existence. That makes me want to come to work every day.
The people that I talked with were really starting to realize that Intel was more than just a company that made semiconductor chips, and that really it was a part of our culture to have this social responsibility and do the right thing attitude. Every Intel employee should be extremely proud of the activities that we've done in this area.